Hey everybody, hold on. Where's my mic? Oh, I'm getting there. So yeah, the files are still downloading. Gosh, they're just taking forever. I don't know why my internet connection is a little spotty today. It's slows down and speeds up and all that. But good to see everybody. Let's see who's here. We have Steven, Dave, awesome. Tina, good to see you again. And John Yutze, Randy, awesome. Scott Mumford, Alberto. Yeah, there's a lot of okay, it finally finished. I figure I'd just come on while it's downloading and chit chat, but anyhow, let's see. It's not that many. I think it's about 32 images. I didn't see the count before it downloaded. 39. And you figure half of those are just re-edits of my photo, right? So it's gonna be a long night either way. Let me extract them out. Uh let's see, viewer edits, yeah, right there. Extract. And I'm gonna move them out. This one, all of these. Go there. On this one. Ah, you guys did some good work on my photo, man. The picture of Jupiter from Dave. That's funny. We'll look at those next, but I'm just dragging. All right, not bad. 8 more there. Okay. So, U.S. Nuclear Weapons Agency breached. I hope you're kidding. Okay, it's not bad. It's not, it's only 3, 7, 11, 12, 13 photos. Not bad at all. We'll start here. And, oh, you guys can't see anything. Hold on. There we go. Oh, so yeah, anyway, introduction. Welcome to my Thursday photo editing live stream where you can submit your images and I edit them here live on the show using Olympus Workspace for all the Olympus cameras and then Lightroom for anything else. You know, I think Dawood, you know, he made a good point that, you know, we should be trying to promote uh, free software whenever we can if it's good. And I think Olympus Workspace is good. Not great, but it's good. That's why I try to use it as much as I can. And then, of course, if you have Lightroom, it'll do everything Workspace does, just about, except for the filters. But anyhow, that's what we do. And then I put my picture out there for you guys to edit. And it's always fun to see what you guys do. I saw one today. I can't wait to show everybody from Dave. That one's really cool. But all right, so we're going to start here. And and Alberto's asking, where are you? I mean, in the background. I'm in my office. This is like a very small 3-bedroom house. I live in Maryland in the USA, and I just have a little 3-bedroom house, and this is one of the bedrooms that I converted into my office. So I live alone. I don't need 3 bedrooms, you know. If that's what you're asking. Or oh, you mean background, like where am I from? Like my ethnicity. Oh, okay. I think that's what you mean. Um, oh, the picture in the back, not my ethnicity. You mean this. This is the TARDIS. Apparently, this is David Tennant's uh, TARDIS. So it's just a green screen. It's not real, obviously. I would think it's obvious. But yes, the TARDIS from Doctor Who with David Tennant. I forget which one he is. I think he's in the third season of Doctor Who, or the second season, second, third, and fourth. Because what's his name only did one season. So anyhow, that's what that is. Yeah, I'm a big Doctor Who fan, big time. All right. That's why I should just do a 24-hour stream and just talk about everything, right? That would be fun, you know. But today we're here to edit pictures, so I'm going to do the best I can. Um, yeah, you know I use chroma. It's obvious, right? Because it's not perfect. The chroma, the white balance is different, all of that stuff, right? And Tequila would straighten that sidewalk. Yeah, all Rob all the time. Yeah, look at this sidewalk. This is cool. I bet this is handicap related though, right? Or handy capable, as some would call it. All right, let me get my timer up. I think, oh, well, let's look at the EXIF here. EM1 Mark II, 12 to 100 with the Pro lens at 21 f4.5, 1/100th ISO 200. Yep, all looks good. Um, this is good. I think handmade rugs, cashmere. I mean, it looks kind of old Western town, but then, wow, little free advertising there for Rock Rat. And the time is 1:15. All right, let me try and do this one. These doors here are kind of interesting. I like this row of doors. I don't like these cars. But I like this clock, so I don't know if I can... I don't think I can cut the cars out and keep the clock, so I have to pick one. Uh, let's see. Maybe I'm gonna look at instant film. There's a couple of filters I think might work well with this. Instant film is all right. Bleach bypass maybe, or pop art. Let me see. I'm gonna go with pop art, and then let's bring up some gradation. We can bring up some of the shadows and turn off this filter. Hopefully that'll bring some of the detail back. Selective color green. Um, I don't know. I kind of like this contrast of colors up in here though. This red, this green. I like these doors a lot. I I just wish. Let me see what a vertical looks like. Okay, how about a square? Maybe just a little tighter. I want to be able to read the signs a little bit too. I think I'll go right there. And there's a little bit of keystoning. I need to fix that. So let's go a little bit wider on the bottom. Okay, there's that. And We'll warm it up just about another 500. Dave thinks I should do the selective color too. Wow. I don't know. I'm kind of liking that. I wish red was a little more predominant, but to add some clarity. And fortunately, yeah, we'll just go a little bit lower contrast overall. I usually go high contrast, but I'm going to go low contrast. Yeah, I don't know if this clock is worth saving. It's just too much distraction over here on the left. So I'm going to lose the clock. I can probably go a little bit more square. No, I'll stay square. Let me see how close I can get him with the square. I'm going to lose the green if I do that. Oh, I'm out of time. All right, so we'll leave it here. Wow, Dave, that's crazy, that news. I guess you're serious. Wow, that would be bad. Let's do it before and after here. Um, so I just brought some more color and brought the contrast down a little bit. Uh, so now we can read the signs. We have good color across the frame. Maybe a little bit too soft. I let me just pull a little bit here. All right, now I'm done. So it's a great shot. I just wish I wish you were standing more to the left so we could see the doors over here a little better and less of the cars. Um, that's the only thing I would do different, Monday morning quarterback advice, right? But yeah, it's a cool shot. All right. Um, see what we have here. We have one from Bob. Ooh, an awesome tree here. EM1 Mark II with a 12 to 60. And we're at 60 millimeter f8, 1/320th, -1 EV. So you intentionally trying to save the skies. So good settings as always. I'm gonna dehaze. Let's see how the skies look. Yeah, those look pretty good. A little bit of clarity too. Should give the clouds a little more punch. Oh, where's my timer? Here we go. And I'm debating if that tree is worth saving in terms of shadow detail. I don't think I can. I'm going to try. No, I can't save it. So, yeah, the white flowers have a little bit of a line, but the tone is a little bit too close to the grass. I don't think I can separate them enough from the I mean, I didn't even see it at first because the tones are so similar. I don't know if I can separate those. Where's my tone curve? Let me see. Yeah, see? When I hover my mouse right over one of these flowers, see where the blue dot is? The blue dot is right in with all the other shadows. So I'm not going to be able to separate them. If I pull the shadows, Eh. If I had a brush, I could brush those a little brighter, but I can't. Yeah, I'm not able to separate those. Um, Maybe clarity will bring them out better. Let me try that. Yeah, see, David's got the same issue, right? They're a little bit too small. They're too small, and the colors are not. The tones are just not quite distinct enough from the rest of the grass. I think a monotone. All right, I'm going to do this. Monotone. Let's make the grass a little bit darker with a red filter. That might separate it a little better. And no monotone. I'm sorry, Dave. I like the monotone. Somewhere I'll split tone it though, so it won't be completely black and white. Uh, I'll give it a little green. Pull it a little bit this way. Give it a little cyan. What is this pin doing here? I'm gonna grab this one. 10 seconds. Uh, Dang it. Yeah, the monotone is not working that great either. Let's try this. And then warm it up a little bit. All right, I'm gonna leave it there because I'm out of time. So there's a before and after. Uh, Again, a soft filter. I think the composition is really good though. Maybe, maybe just a little bit of squaring. Let's try a square crop and center that tree. I think, yeah. Let me fix this. All right, final answer. Yeah, I had to get rid of that S curve. These flowers just could not separate enough from the grass. And I think we brought the tones back in the sky, so good job dialing in a negative exposure comp. Other than that, I think it's a nice shot. Okay. Thank you, Dave. My Star Trek mug. Right here. I got it right here. A little bit of coffee left. It's cold now because I've been drinking it since the first stream. Lawrence says HDR. Yeah, if everything fails, try monochrome. True. And if that fails, try soft focus. But yeah, the shadows came out. It was mostly the thing. Mostly the gradation filter. All right, but that came out all right. Okay. Let's see. We have some waterfalls here from Stephen Page, or water. I don't know what you call this thing. water fountain. Looks like a Sony SLTA-58. 80 millimeters at 5.6, 1/125th. Yep, all good settings. A little bit soft, but let's wow, there's some keystoning and all kinds of other things going on here. And it's already monochrome, so we need to actually, let me just crank in some dehaze, sharpness out there. And I'm gonna go all the way on the dehaze. Oh, and yeah, I got the timer. We need to, let's just tilt this a little bit. Something's a little off about this. It just feels a little distorted. I'm gonna crop out some of this so it doesn't look so off. Yeah, you're funny, John. All right, let's go with that. It feels a little bit too cut off now. Let me try 3x2. All right, I'm happy with that. And let's do a little bit of extra sharpening. Let's try 1.5, 15 here, and really pull in this here. I'm going to add a little gradation. I'm going to bring this detail in here a little bit. Be a bit too, well, no, that's good. Let's leave that there. Okay. Need to tilt it a little more. Just such a weird angle, this shot. Let's see if I can get kind of a little bit of a sheen to it. All right, let's split tone it kind of in the, a little purple maybe. Right there. Go to the blue channel and push it a tiny bit this way and this way. All right, out of time. All right, that's, I'm about 90% there anyway. Let's do a before and after. So yeah, I just had to crop in a little bit because it was just, because of the angle you took this at, it was kind of feeling distorted. So cropping in kind of just hides that distortion. I do this a lot in my real estate photography. where when the corners and the edges start to feel distorted, by cropping it out, you kind of snap it back into place, right? I think this will look good by itself, like this, right? All by itself. I think is a solid image. Because now you're really just focused on where the water's coming out and not the corners that were kind of a mess, I think. So that came out good. Oh, you're welcome, Stephen. I'm glad you like it. All right, let's go to the next one. Let's see. Thank you, John. Thank you, Dave. This one here, let's see, what do we have? We have EM1 Mark II, 7 to 14 f2.8, 7 millimeters, f9. That's a little high. 1/320th of a second. Yeah, this shot easily f4 on this. Maybe f5.6, but f9 is a little high. But okay. Let me see what's in the shadows first before I start cropping. I know, summer, right? Oh, God. I don't know if this path is worth saving. Because it's just coming off in the frame a little bit. It's not really leading up to this too well. Let me try and frame this mountain a little bit. Like this. Oh, why isn't it staying 4:3? Come on. I don't know if DeMorkin's here. He always likes, he wants me to try 4:5 sometimes. Let me try that. Okay. I think that's a little stronger image. And then for colors, what do I have here? I have some adjustability here. Pull these blues down just a little bit. And save some of the sky area. Tiny bit of clarity. Then shift the colors. I might have to go soft focus, but there's, when I do soft focus, I usually like to have a tree with all the branches and everything. Then the soft focus works well. I don't think it'll work well here actually. All right. And let's see, I want to saturate maybe the orange, not all. Saturate the oranges and the greens. The sRGB. Then give it just a tiny bit more warmth. the detail, turn that off. And I'm gonna just do a quickie on the tones here. I need to pull here. No, you just pull a tiny bit there and push a little bit here. On the out of time. All right, let's see. Just a tiny bit of vignette. Let's see how I did here. I'm not. Uh-oh, come on. Oh, seriously. Hopefully it saved all my editing. Hold on. Where is it? Let's see. PC. Pictures. Come on. We'll give it a second. Oh, crap. It didn't save any of my edits. Seriously. Ah. All right. I can get there pretty quickly, though. Just like so. And this. And this. And this. And the red channel. I didn't pull that. I pushed this there. And 5800. And a little more crop, I think. All right, there we go. That's almost it. And then I had a vignette. I think that's where I was. Let's try again. Let's let it render and then I'll try and compare. A little bit more brightness. I'm a little bit dark. I did this, that. All right, now we're done. All right, so there's the before and after, kind of. Maybe it's better. But yeah, it was too much sky in the path. I kind of see where you're going with this path at the bottom. But the way it was leading into the frame, it didn't really lead you to the rocks. And I think the rocks are the most interesting thing. So I'm about 90% there in terms of how I would edit this. I would definitely work a little more on this area here to give a little more separation between the rocks and this red dirt. And then try to minimize this area here. So possibly a wider crop. You know, something to minimize that a little bit. I think that's a little better. A little wider crop helps, but that's where I was going. That needs to render. There it goes. So yeah, I think that looks good. But yeah, the main thing here is the rocks, and that's what I'd emphasize in that image. All right, good job. That's from Dragos Petrescu. Nice. Nice shot, Dragos. I don't think I've seen you here before, so if that's your first image, thank you for sending that in. I appreciate that. I always love editing pictures. It gives me good practice, too. Let's see. We have one here from John Follows. And he's using EM5 Mark III, 12 to 45 Pro, f5.6, 1/250th. Yep, all good settings. Let me just sharpen this. It looks a little soft right off the bat. And I think temperature is about right. We do have some colors. Let's try a little dehaze. A little more, a little clarity. And compositionally, I'm a little bit, I'm not sure where to. Oh, there's just too much going on in this scene. And this thing is cut off by this boat. And I don't understand why there's logs on this boat. Okay. So it's a very confusing image for me. Let's try this again. Just trying to find something in the frame that I think that's enough right there. Ugh. This thing is cutting off that. There's just too many conflicting subjects here. And all of them are cutting into each other. They toss the logs at the crocs. I I can't find anything to crop in. I'm just gonna go right here. I just can't find anything in the frame worth keeping. Because like I said, they're all crossing each other. Even this thing is crossing into this boat and this plant. There's no juxtaposition of anything here. Let me try this side. All right, I'm gonna go with this. Wait, that's not, there it is. Okay. All right, let me go hardcore on the white balance. Try and give it more of an evening glow, golden hour glow. And I'm gonna really pull this down and put this just a little bit. Yeah, I need a little more highlight data. Back this off a little. Oh, I'm out of time. Seriously? Let me desaturate a little. I spent like 4 minutes just on the frickin' composition. Sorry, John. I tried. I just couldn't get anything out of this. Um, we'll let that render out. Come on, render. It's getting there. Not that it's going to help. But there was, yeah, like I said, there's just too many problems for me with this picture with the everything crisscross, overlapping each other. There's no separation at all of any objects in this image. So that's my problem with it. That's why I was struggling with it. So basically, I just try to get a golden hour look. It'd be nice if this were like a plate of food or something instead of this cut up log. I have no idea what's going on in this image. But okay, John, sorry, that's the best I could do. But those were the problems I was having with it. Ah, a 1 megapixel crop. Yeah, I know, right? There's just not enough detail left. Oh, hey, Walter, you're here. Too late for ideas now. All right, this will be easy. Clear subject, good separation. EM5 with a 12 to 40 f2.8, so 19 millimeter f2.811. Yep, good settings. Good job on adding +7 EV. Keep the snow white. I think this is Joni. Yeah, Joni knows what he's doing, or he. I'm sorry. We'll do a square crop. Where's my timer? Square crop and the tilt. And just even out the area here a little bit. Add some vignette. Add a soft focus. And then bend the curve a little bit. But make the snow white. Bend this down a little bit more. And then warm it up a tiny bit. I might have to, let me work with this color. Where's my blue? The blues need to be nice and cold. We'll push that up. Then I'm going to warm up the shadow area a tiny bit. All right. Let me just back off the vignette now. And I think a little bit of sharpening. Try that. Actually, I'll leave that there and dehaze. It's kind of a contradiction between this and the soft focus tool, but all right, I'm going to call it there. I think that's all that needs to be done. So yeah, really the most distracting thing was that tree on the left. I just cropped it out using a square and we're good. I mean, I kind of like the lines, this line of trees a little bit, but it's not emphasized enough in the image, so I just cropped it out. And there we have the one on the right. A little bit of split toning to kind of give it that cool color, but then you see how the shadows are still nice and warm. right in here. I did that with the blue tone curve. And that's it. Okay. Let's go to the next one. Oh, thank you, Walter. This one, Image Rider. All right. And he's using what? EM10 Mark II with the 8mm fisheye. So we might have a fisheye correction function at f4, 1/125th, ISO 2000. Wow. Wow. Why'd you have to, man, it must be dark in there. Maybe an f2.8. And you probably could have went lower on the shutter speed because nothing's moving here. With an 8mm, you can get down to about 1/15th of a second. That'd have bought you back about 4 stops right there. So, yeah, you could have went with a 1/15th of a second shutter speed on this one because of the wide angle, and then use like an ISO 200, and you'd have been okay. We might want to leave this standard actually because we are at a high ISO. Where's my I should have a fisheye correction thing here. Yeah, this. See how that looks. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, my timer. And let's just bring this up and do a slight tilt. Oh, maybe not that much. A little bit warped. Are we balanced? Yeah, that's pretty close. And I'm going to crank a ton of dehaze and see if that brings out the texture in the wood. Because wood and sky is pretty much the same thing in terms of texture and tones. So, and some clarity. It still looks kind of crooked though. Come in. There. Fix the keystoning a little more. Okay. Throwing some sharpness. See how bad the noise is. It may not be that bad. I think, actually, let me try this. Yeah, I like that. All right. And I'm going to warm it up just a little more. Neat. Just feels a little tight on the right side. Okay. Yeah, that's all I can do. All right. And I agree with you, Randy, about defishing a fisheye. Why do it? Because it's just habit for me. I used to use my fisheye lens a lot in my real estate photography, and I just automatically defisheyed everything. Um, so it's more out of habit. I just don't like looking at fisheye. And I don't think this image actually was a good candidate for fisheye, honestly. Because it's not a wide open space, it's a very tight space. And when you do a fisheye in a very tight space like this, it just feels more cramped in a way. I don't know how to maybe it's because I'm so trained at looking at straight lines that it bothers me in tight spaces that have a fisheye, but that's my take on it. Okay, so let me get a little more blacks in here. I don't want to see anything in the background. And what do we got? 1 second. I need a little less saturation and we're good. Okay, we're done. So let's do a before and after. So there's the before and after. Like I said, Randy has a point. You don't want to de-fisheye everything, right? I think. But this image, like I said, for me, if you're fisheyeing in a tight space, it just feels more tight. So I'd rather, yeah, I need to desaturate a little bit more on this image, but that's about 90% there. I think this edit works. Even at ISO 2000, which is amazing that this is such a high ISO. But okay. Let's go to the next one. Oh, thanks, guys. Let's see. We have a JPEG from Steve already in black and white. Already cropped quite a bit. Let's see. Any EXIF info here? I don't know what this is. Probably a Panasonic of some kind. The LX100. I think that's a little bitty camera. Like a point and shoot. 1640 this. So all these settings are pretty relative to a smaller camera, right? So I have a hard time interpreting what I could recommend from there. The X Factor. Yeah, it's a Lumix. Yeah, that's right. So this is crisscrossing here. We have a sunlight here. I don't know what else can be done because it's already cropped in quite a bit. Meet the haze. Pull in some clarity. Let's split tone this one on the blue side, like so, and pull back a little bit here. And let's go to green and pull a little bit here. Push it here. Good, I like that. And the overall tone curve, I think, let's see if I can silhouette the trees a little bit. And I don't think the sun, yeah, the sun is not going to starburst, so we'll leave that. Lumix LX 112 megapixel, nice camera. You have one. It needs flames. Compositionally, I don't know. I can experiment a little bit here. Because there's a little bit too much tree. So this keeps the sun and the X and a couple of trees, and I think we're good. I'm going to call it right there. So there's a before and after. Yeah, the picture doesn't need to be that wide, right? I mean, we get it. There's trees and there's an X. So I just tried to frame it to where it's the trees and the X and the sun, and now we're good. It doesn't need more than what I've cropped in, honestly, to make this picture work. Okay. And then just a little tinting, to purple. Why not? All right. Thank you, Steve. Good image. Let's see. We're going to have here Dave Nelson with, oh, Oh, I've seen this landscape before. It's a different image, but the same landscape, I think. EM1 Mark II, 40 to 150 f2.8, f5.6, 1/400. Yep, all good settings. This is a little bit to the right. I think the landscape you sent me before was a little bit to the right. This one's a little bit to the left, like half a panel. Um, yeah, I think that's the crop right there. So I'm gonna come in. Let's do. I'm really trying, DeMorgan, I'm really trying to use 4x5 when I can. I think this is the most interesting part of these little tiny trees right in here. I don't know if I don't know if I can crop in a little differently, and I think that's too much haze. Let me look at that. Ah, that's kind of okay. Um, yeah, it's a little dark. I'll get there. I can just do this and monochrome it. And do this. What the heck are you doing with my picture? I don't think I did yours yet. This is Dave's. Alberto. I'm trying to use the sharpening to bring out more of the texture. I think it's working. I don't like this crop. I may recrop this. All right, let me compress this a little bit. Let's do it this way. Okay. The only thing that bothers me is the crop. Let me go back out. I need to figure out a crop that'll work here. Yeah, that's better. And then split tone it. I'll do a little sepia for Lauren there. Just a touch. Oh, I'm out of time. All right. So before and after. So I think it's, yeah, I don't think going wide works on this image. I think going tall and then seeing all these little tiny trees right in here, because there's really good detail. I forget what lens this was. I think it was a pro lens, but now we can see all these little trees that are falling down, that have been cut down, I guess. Maybe these were Christmas trees all being cut down. Oh, all right. Sorry, I thought I heard something. Sorry, stop talking. But okay, I think that works. Um, oh, thank you, Dave. I'm glad you like it. But yeah, I think that's the crop that works. If you look at it by itself, this looks really good. Just a little more work on the tones, but it's pretty much there. Okay, let's do the next one here. We got one here from Lauren. This is already cropped in to 2 megapixels, it looks like. Let's see. This is the Nikon D3500, 35 millimeter prime at f8. Yep, all good settings. Wouldn't expect anything less from Lauren. Um, this one, let me look at this cat again. Okay. I like this tree more than I like this cat, but you cut the tree off. Let me see if I can make... I like this side of the frame right here. A little tight. Okay. I know this is not telling any story at all now, right? I took the cat out of the picture. But I don't like the cat. I don't see any framing opportunity here. And there's just not enough detail left in the cat to save it. I mean, this tree's remotely interesting, but it's not framing the cat too well. So I'm gonna go with this gnarly tree leading into the mountains. And you'll have to make 2 separate images, one with a cat and then one with this tree in it. I'm gonna go with the tree. Uh, and it's a JPEG, so I don't have a lot of wiggle room here, but I'm gonna try. Clearly the highlights are blown. I don't know. Let me see if I can bring up a little bit more of that tree. Then I'll try and crush the shadows down here a little bit. Maybe a vignette will do that. A little more vignette. And let's just warm it up and we'll call it. Because with JPEGs, I don't have a ton of room to play with the tones. I like this tree. I like these trees. Guess I'm a tree guy. Got some more sharpness. All right, I'm gonna call it there. Uh, so yeah, the cat was interesting, but it wasn't framed too well. I mean, this is the kind of shot that like it really needs to be split to the left side is more of an artistic-y, landscapey shot, And the right side is more of a, you know, look what I saw when I was out today, right? Um, I think that's the direction I would go. I like this shot here better though than the cat. All right. Thanks, Lauren. Good image as always. Let's see. We have one here from Randy. Okay, Randy. Wow, we don't usually get shots like this from you. Nice. Good detail. Let's see what you shot with here. EM1 Mark II, 40 to 150 Pro at f2.8 15,000. Yep, all good stuff. So, yeah, this is another easy one to kind of edit, I think. You just have to crop in, square, come in really tight. We don't need too much stem, if any. And add the sharpening back in. Maybe pop it. Let's see. Not that one, this one. Yeah, that's too strong. We'll just add saturation manually. A little more, a little warmer, and let's compress. Oops, not that one. Compress it here, here. Vignette. Okay, I think maybe do this. Check my gradation. Because these blacks are nice and black here, but I think yeah, that's good. I think that's it. All right. So there's the before and after. Basically just had to crop in and make the colors pop and a tiny bit of sharpening. And then if I were in Lightroom, I would just add a little denoise here for the color. Um, I bet, let's see how well, just add a low, if that takes out some of that. That should help. Yeah, that helped. All right, so a little more denoising in Lightroom, but for workspace, I think this is a decent image. Okay, let's see what we got here. This is the EM10 Mark II with a kit lens at 41 f5.6. Yep, good settings. Sent in from Phil. Timer Rob. A little message here in the file name. That's funny. Um, Man, what the heck am I looking at here? This is some kind of sign, robot holding a sign. Hmm. All right. Let's just straighten the guy out a little bit. Looks like he's tipping over. And, it's a trailer park sign. God, you guys ever watch that show, Trailer Park Boys? I love that show. I don't know why. Um, let's stay 4x3, you know. Oops. I think that works. Need some dehaze. some clarity. Maybe I'm thinking key line. Oh, battery dead? Okay. Let me put a new battery. Oh. 7:46. I started at what, 5? So 2 hours and 45 minutes battery there. Battery life's getting shorter. I used to get a little over 3 hours. Come on, battery. Go. I don't know if I like that key line. Let me let me see. Let me try that. Oh, God, this is sucking. I'm gonna look at pop art, but I may not do any art filter on this. Yeah, this is not gonna work either. So let me just, because the colors are so drab, I'm gonna go black and white. Go a little bit colder. All right. I know I lost a minute there swapping the battery, but there's not much else I can do here. A little bit. All right, let's do a before and after. So I just cropped in the left side, or cropped the left side out to kind of have the guy looking, or the robot looking into the frame, instead of, since he's really a speed limit sign holder, but there's not enough of the road on the left side to make that work. So I decided to go to the right where he's looking into the frame. And then contrast, color, split tone, you know, my usual mantra there. What's this in the middle? The belt. Okay. So yeah, I think that came out okay. Let's see. All right, we have a bird shot here from Wilford. Okay, Wilford. I know I've seen you in the thing. I don't think I've ever seen a picture from you though. EM1X with a 150 millimeter. Maybe one time I think you sent a picture in before. I can't remember. 150 millimeter lens. This must be the one of the old Olympus Zuiko lenses. Or 4/3 lens. I don't know. This sounds familiar though. F4 1/320th. And yeah, looks good. So yeah, easy edit for me. I can just sharpen a little bit. Well, not that much. Just work on the details first. So I'm going to do like about a 1 here. No, not there. We'll do about a 1 here and about a 10 here. Oh, and you gave me a JPEG, so this is going to be a little bit hard to work with. I need about a 15. 20? All right, let me see how that did. Turn this off, on. Yeah, that helps. All right. And then sometimes these filters don't work well on JPEGs. Yeah, that's just too much. So, and it doesn't look natural because I know this bird. I've gotten a few shots of it before. So we'll just do it manually. Up there. And let me what was it? Oh yeah, gradation. A little bit more. Then we'll keep the square crop. Oh, it wasn't square, but we'll square it off. Go here. Let's warm it up a little bit. Add a vignette. And a little bit warmer. A little bit less saturation. 30. This color here, this is a green herring, I think is what this is called. Um, I think that's all that needs to be done. It's a, yeah, it's a JPEG, so I'm starting to get a little blotchiness when I mess with the colors. I'm going to leave that alone. Um, maybe just a hair more vignetting to hide a little bit. All right, that's all I can do there. So this is before and after. So basically I just try to make it a little more crispy with the sharpening. Like when you look at the feathers here and then look at the legs, and you can see a little more detail in the claws. It just has a little more snap to it. And then in Lightroom, I would go in and just denoise some of this around here. It's like I said, with the JPEG, I don't have quite as much control over this blotchiness. With a JPEG, when you start messing with colors and things, it gets blotchy very quickly. But yeah, it's a great shot, though. Great shot. Okay. And that's the end of the workspace side. Let's see if we can do something in Lightroom. Oh, these are my test shots. Let's see. Synchronize this folder. Oh, yeah. Give myself a little more working room. All right, let's see if I missed anything here. Yep, this one I need to do. This one. These are the viewer edits. This one. This one. I think that's it. So that. This. All right, good. All right, this is from Alberto. Oh, okay, Alberto, here's yours. Yours didn't show up in Workspace because Workspace only sees Olympus files, not Nikon's. So wow, we have a very heavy tungsten street lighting here. Nikon 18 to 55 kit lens on a D5200, so good. This all looks good, good settings. Wow, handheld 1 second. I assume it's handheld. All right, I don't know if I can cool this off enough, but there. Oh, magenta. All right, good. So that's if we want to keep it in color. And then let's click auto here. It's a twilight. So let's pull the blacks, push the shadows even more. Well, not that much. Oh, you're on a tripod? Okay. And let's add a little dehaze, little clarity, texture. And let's see if we can bring up this twilight kind of scene. Like so. It's bringing in some noise, but I might be able to denoise that a little bit. Okay. Pull back some of the color noise there. That's good. That did most of the work. Tiny bit here. Do some sharpening. Right in there. And now the only detail that's going to be there, Walter, is noise. I mean, if we look, it's just noise. I don't like it. You know, there's no color left, nothing. It's just, so I just crush it down. Maybe about there. Okay, what do we got? About a minute left. Let me see. I think that's all the luminance I'll gain out of that. So let me pull back, actually pull back some of this blue. A little bit too strong there. All right. And all right, let's look at the composition now. I think it is 4x6 already. I don't know if a vertical will work right here. I don't really need this. This guy over here is it's useless. Oh, I wish I could just... What does this look like? This is about right. Right about... Right about there is perfect. And just a little straightening and I'm done. Oh, wow, that really cropped. Hold on, I can't leave it like that. What if I just level? No, I'll just do it manually. It's just a little bit of a keystoning. Ah, that's good enough. A slight rotate. All right, so we'll do a before and after. Sorry, I went over time. Of course, I'm always going over time now. That create a virtual copy or not? Yeah. Whoops. So this one we need to just reset. All right, so there's the before and after. Give it a second to render. It's a little blotchy. Uh, just not rendering right. Give it a second. Let me load it. Sometimes when you punch in and come back out, it'll render it. There. So there's the before and after. So that's the thing with a raw file. You can fix the white balance quite a bit, you know. But because it's so dark, you know, trying to recover, like Walter was asking, to recover the blacks, it just would bring in so much noise. It's not worth it. So that's why I kept the blacks as black as I could, but I did want to bring the colors back in. But okay, let's go to the next one. Um, thanks, Randy. Thanks, Alberto. I try. Um, wow, this is interesting. What is this building? Gosh, I love this building over here. And this bridge, man, there's lots of stuff here. This is from Simon Giddings. Wow, I like what's in here, but I think you try to get too much in at once. I would have just got this bridge or this building, but putting them both in, now they're too close to the frame, edge of the frame. So I'm just gonna have to pick one. I'm gonna pick the bridge. Um, I'm just gonna stick to this bridge, maybe. Get rid of this foreground. And a little tighter. Be 4 by 3. Uh, maybe a vertical. Yeah, maybe a vertical. Um, it's a little tight, but I don't like how much grass I'm getting in the front. Uh, all right, I'm gonna go with that. It's too late. I have to keep going. Warm it up a little more. And then pull back the texture and the clarity. Add a little haze. Let's separate the colors a little bit. And pull back this magenta. Okay. Maybe not so much the haze. Let me see. I don't like all this green. There we go. Some vignette. See if this, no. All right, out of time. All right, so let's see how we did. Create a virtual copy. Reset, compare. All right, so there's the before and after. Yeah, if you went a little bit wider, then we could have done a nice 16:7 type crop and maybe get both subjects in. But the way they're placed in the image now, I had to pick one. So what I would do is probably I'd go back and take the picture of this with the reflection, because this tree here is blocking it anyway. And that tree is actually kind of interesting. You could have that tree framing this thing if you get down low enough. Anyway, there's a lot of, this is a great place to go take pictures. But on the right, it's a little bit soft, but I think the crop kind of, oh, you're here, Simon. So I think the crop kind of works. It's a little bit tight, but I think it works. All right, let's see. Let's go to the next one. A little cooler, right? Yeah, I'm kind of with you on that, Dave. Maybe just a hair. Just a notch. Oh, well, not that much, but right about there. Yeah, I think that works. A little bit cooler, but okay. Let's go to this one. This is from, let's see, Dawood. Oh, hey, Dawood. Okay, good. On a Panasonic G81 with a 12-60. Okay. F3.9, 1/160th. Yep, all good settings. Man, this guy keeps coming. This is the same guy. Uh, and a slight tilt this way. And just click auto, see everything there. Up there, tiny warmer. I think that last time I just got the guy's arm and I did a black and white, but I'm just gonna go a little bit different on this one. That's fine the way it is. Oops, I didn't put a timer. Not that it matters, but all right, Steve, I'll see you later. Thanks for stopping in. All right, cropping wise, I don't think I need to see the left side. I mean the right side too much. Let me try that. Get a little off the bottom. I can frame this. No. I like to get just right in here, a little bit tighter. You don't like cutting off the text? I can't read it anyway. uh, but there's just too much stuff. If I could read it, I'd know where to cut it off, right? Because you can cut words off and still know what they say. I think this is a little better crop. And I think we're almost there. I just need a little vignette. Let's put the... That's fine. And no, not 16 by 9. Get rid of some of the color noise here, just a little bit. Some noise reduction, sharpening. So, and yeah, this is one of those free libraries, John, definitely. Okay, I think that's all I'm gonna do here. Maybe just a little warmer. So usually these things are tungsten, the lighting. So just to give it that tungsten lighting feel. Pull the highlights. Nah, they're fine where they are. Maybe I can just brush a little bit of highlights back in. No, not that much, but something like that. All right. Yep, we'll call it. Let's see. So there's the before and after. So lesson equals read, tession equals exchange. Okay. Well, those words are still there. Um, I don't know. I think I just want to see the guy kind of focusing in on the books and then picking one. I don't really care why they're there, you know? Um, I think just him focusing on the books and intent on getting them is all we need to know. All the other information there is kind of useless, really, to, I think, the story, in my opinion. uh, for me, the picture is about people, right? And this guy getting a book and looking kind of serious about it. I don't think this picture is about the free book exchange or whatever this thing is, right? Just my opinion. Okay, last one here. Uh, this is from Serge. All right, Serge. You're gonna wear that little X20 out, man. That's a very old camera, man. Be careful. All right, let's see. This one actually won't require much. Uh, just a little cropping and tilt, maybe. Let's see if auto will get us there. Ooh, that made it worse. Let me just do it manually. I think we just need to be about like this. And then I think, I don't know if wide is a good idea. Oh, I don't think this works. Maybe we'll just get in tight with these two trees. Yeah, I like that right there. I don't know about going black and white yet, but let me see. I hate to take away those famous Fuji colors, you know? What if I go this way? Bring them up gradually. Yeah. 3 by 4. Be a little bit too square, maybe. Let me look at it. No, that's a little too tight. Okay. I could center this a little better, I suppose. But there. Uh, right there, and then be a tad warmer. Needs to be wide to get a 3D effect. Maybe. Um, it's a good point. Let me try that. I kind of like that. Let me try 16 by 10, 7. There we go. I'm in a little bit on this side. I don't think I don't like anything down here, Walter, personally. That's why I chopped it off. I don't like any of it. It's if we just look at here, it's just a mess. So yeah, I'm not keeping it. I just want a little cleaner image. I'm gonna come in. I think this is a little cleaner. Oh, I'm gonna get a crick in my neck. All right. Yeah, no stems, no seeds. Yeah, all that stuff. The stem has a V and adds perspective. I I would go vertical then if I wanted the V in the stem. I mean, I do like these triangle type shapes, but I personally, if I had to do that, I would go vertical. Let me just let me look at a vertical again. But I don't like it. I just don't like this is just too busy down here. Too messy. Um Broccoli. I like broccoli actually. I do cut off the stems though, but I like broccoli. That's funny. I cut off the stems on my broccoli. Maybe that's why um, I'm cutting it off here. But I think this is my final image here. And then we'll go to the viewer edits. Let's do a virtual copy and reset this and compare. And just Lawrence has too much stem is off. And Randy, no stems, no seeds. Acapulco gold is you're cracking me up. Yeah, I don't like the stem. It's just a mess where everything behind the stem. This, if I wanted to save the stem, maybe a vertical, but um, sorry, I like my edit. Maybe Serge will like it too if when he watches this later. Um, but I think that works right there. I like it. I like it like this. Okay, let's go to the viewer edits. Um, how come nothing's showing? Yeah, I can grab it. I can grab it, Simon. Give me a sec. Oh, I have a star here. That's why. Let me grab yours real quick. Let's see. Oh, wow. A couple images came in too, but I can't. I have to do it next time. Download. Where's my download? Okay. Oh, I lost my mouse. Hold on. And then synchronize. All right, there we go. I got it, Simon. All right, so the original image was was this one. Come on, drag over here. Here's the original image. So I did a fisheye, right? And this had a lot of stuff in it that you could pick from. I don't know if the scene as a whole worked, but you could probably pick something out. I was hoping you guys would find something. I liked how this lamp post was leading into this. So when I edit this, I went with something like this. I don't know what happened to my edit anymore. I can't find it. But when I edited, I kind of went right in here because of the way this lamp post was pointing to this building. And there was a little bit of light inside the building, so I made some glow. But anyway, that's what I did, kind of. So let's see what you guys did. Lightroom and comments. All right. So the first one here, yeah, good color. And yeah, this is similar to what I did, except I didn't Photoshop a Mustang in into the parking lot. This is from another one of my images that I took. That's funny. Who sent this in? This is from John Follows. All right, John. Good job, though. I like the colors and the processing. You lost everything in the sky, though. The sky had so much texture in it, you know. But other than that, I like what you did with the rest of the colors. And this is also, yeah, the same thing I was seeing, right? The lamppost pointing to the building. But this is a vertical crop, which works, I think, without the Mustang being photoshopped in. But this is from Bob. Okay, Bob, good job. Bob and I are always on the same page somehow, usually. um, let's see. And this one, oh, look at this. Got some fake light. Whoops, some fake light coming in. Let me close this window. We got some fake light coming into this lamppost, and he brushed out all of the wiring. Oh my God, you spent so much time on this. Who is this? This is Dragos. Okay, Dragos. Good job brushing everything out. It's a good edit, I think. I like what you did, brushing out everything. And you still maintain some detail in the sky and stuff, so it's an interesting edit. All right, Lauren, we'll see you later. Oh, this is a good edit. Really good colors. Good job bringing the sky back in. Joni, yeah, good job, Joni. It's still a little bit too dark, I think. A little bit brighter would be perfect. Um, but yeah, this looks good. You almost missed the Mustang, yeah. And then this is, I think this is Simon's that just came in, right? Okay, Simon, so you went with the fake light, but you didn't crop it all. Well, you cropped a little bit, I see. Kind of a 16 by 10 or 16 by 9. Okay. It's almost convincing that that light works. I would have made the rest of the area a little darker, crush the blacks a little more, and have that light a little crisper, but it's almost there. I think the direction of the light and everything that was just about right. Okay. Yeah, good tones and everything, right? Oh, excuse me. Almost time for me to go, right? And this is from Alberto. Okay, Alberto, good job on the colors. Nice recovery of the sky and the crop. You cropped out the left road, which I think a lot of people are doing. And you'll take almost convincing, huh? Okay. Um, yeah, well, all right, let me go back. You see the problem here is this area needs to be a lot brighter than this area over here. But the fact that this is the same brightness as this is why it looks kind of pasted in. So if you make this part a little brighter and leave this a little darker and then crush the blacks all the way around here, that would work. I mean, I'll just show you what I'm saying. Just brush in a little brighter here. kind of like that, and spread it out. Oh, it's not blending well. Yeah, this needs to be a lot brighter and more tungsten. And then just crush the blacks. I don't know why I'm editing this. Something like that. Anyway, let me go to the next one here. um, okay. This is from... Yeah, I was rushing it too. It's no big deal. We're just here for fun. Scott. Okay, Scott. I like how it's nice and bright now. I like this bright kind of image, and good job with the colors. There's actually a nice contrast here with this blue and this red. I like this actually a little more, the way the colors are here. And let's see. Wow. This looks like a, yeah, it looks like it's a film strip, right? But one of those double wide cameras that had, uh, like those Holga cameras that would take 2 frames on one, I forget what they call it. But there's a Holga camera that does this. I was thinking about getting one because it's kind of neat the way that you take pictures with that. It's 2 35mm frames into one. But yeah, this looks good, I think. A little heavy on the contrast. I mean, I do it all the time, but when I see it done to my own images, I don't know. Maybe I should back it off on everyone else's. Um, yeah, the power lines are working here. I agree. Yep, this works. And okay, here this one we went with like a very purple sky. I like that. It has kind of a surreal effect on it, right? And silhouette the lamp and the wires. Okay, yeah, this kind of works too. And you defished it a little bit too. So it's a little bit still distorted, but not fisheye distortion, right? Just wide angle distortion. Oh, I forgot to see who this was. This one was from Image Writer. Okay, good job. And this was from Kilowin. Okay, Kilowin. Sorry, I forgot to put people's names up. And yeah, this is a good sky. And then this one here is from Dawood. Okay, Dawood, good job. A little bit too blue, unless you're going for that. A little bit too cool, but I like it. Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry. Okay, but you left all the wires in, and you didn't defish it much. So it's yeah, okay. But you kept a lot. I think you did the skies just about perfect though. Whereas, you know, this is a little bit too strong. I'm starting to get like a taste of my own medicine here. This is a little bit too strong, but this is good. Right? Okay. And then this one is, oh, Surge. Okay, this is a nice crop. Just the building, some defishing. And green and blue, though. It'd have been nice if these were yellow, I think. But that's a really tight crop, though. Okay, let's see what else we got. Oh, wow, this is crazy. Marcel. Wow, Marcel. That's crazy. I really like this, though. It looks like a weird painting. You know, like those melting clocks, but now we got a melting light. This is, oh, Tina says, this reminds me of Edward Hopper. Yeah, yeah, you're right. I totally see that now on Surges. This last one, yeah, I totally get that. Okay, Surge, you got another couple points on that one. But yeah, this is crazy. I love this one. I'm gonna have to pick this one. Who did this one again? This was Marcel, right? Yeah, I might have to pick this as my favorite. All right, and then this one here, this is not bad. I like, yeah, I like how the one side of the building is lit up. That's interesting. I don't know what it is about this. I like the processing though. It's totally nothing like what I was seeing with my own eyes, obviously, but who did this one? Marcel. Okay, Marcel. This is interesting. I'm not sure what look you were going for, but this is interesting. Yeah, you like this one, right, Tina? This is pretty cool. And this one, oh, I like this. I haven't seen a good black and white, and defish the heck out of it so everything is straight and doesn't look distorted. And then you have to crop in a lot to get rid of that wide angle distortion, but you definitely got rid of both. You got rid of the wide angle distortion and the fisheye distortion. And this was from Stephen Page. Okay, good job, Stephen. Good processing. Nice tones in the black and white. I think this works. I think you went to bed already, though, right? That's cool. Or you had to leave. I don't know what time it is where you are. Uh, yeah, I like this one. This is good. And, ooh, this is weird. Taking it just the road. I don't think this works, though. The processing is interesting, though. It's kind of a little bit surreal, the processing, but I don't think this composition works for me. But I like the processing. Let's see. This is from, sorry, couldn't stay late. Yeah, okay, Paul. Paul Solaru. Paul Solaru. Ah, okay. And, oh, this is wild. The problem is, oh my God. I hope I'm not making you guys yawn. I'm sorry. We're sleeping through this whole edit stream. This this makes it look like it was something from the 40s, this processing. But this building is very like mid 60s, mid 70s architecture, right? So there's kind of a contrast here. Like I think this processing would work on a little older building. But the building's a little bit too modern for this kind of processing. But the processing I like. It's just the wrong subject. Okay, Serge. Serge did this one. So that's my only challenge with this. I like the processing, but it's the wrong subject. And then yeah, this is the one I saw. I saw the thumbnail. This is crazy. I don't know how you saw this. Who was this? This was Dave, right? With the flames. This is awesome, Dave. It's funny that Jupiter's coming up in conversations tonight. It came up in the last stream like a couple of times, and then now it's coming up here. I don't know what it is with Jupiter, but that's cool. Good job on cutting everything out and pasting it in there. It's a good composite. You know, when I see it like this, it reminds me of that movie War of the Worlds, where that thing was creeping out at the top in that movie. Jupiter needs some defishing. That's funny. And then this is oh my God, what the heck is this? This is like a negative, but it's a weird negative because inside the building is brighter than the outside. But I think in the actual image, it's the reverse. I like this composition, though. I don't like the processing, but I like the composition. Okay, DeMorgan. This is a good crop. And this negative processing, I'm not a big fan of, though. Duotone. I don't know what they call this. Maybe Walter knows. Or DeMorgan's here. What the heck? What do you call it? I don't know what you call this. I'm not a fan of this though. Oh, this looks a lot like what I did on another. I took a couple of shots of this building. And I didn't do it on this shot, but a different shot I processed it a lot like this. Um, deep fished it, warmed it up, brought all the colors back. Because look at the sky. The sky looks almost like daytime, right? Yeah, this I like, DeMorgan. I didn't like the last one you did, but I like this one. This is very similar to what I did. Yeah, you would have done this too, right, Walter? Something like this. I can see that. And this one, yeah, this is kind of the same thing. It's just a little bit less defishing. Like you didn't do the defishing correction, you just cropped in to kind of get rid of, like you wouldn't know there was much distortion here if you didn't just see this one. This one looks okay, just a very mild distortion. But the processing is good. It's just a little bit, needs a little more. Kind of like you're about 80% there. Scott Mumford, okay, Scott. Yeah, you're about 80% there, I think. Just a little bit of distortion correction puts you about 90%, I think, and then a little bit more something else. I can't put my finger on it. Wow, this is a good crop. Just the front of the building and its neighbor. Let's see. This was from Dawood. Okay, Dawood, good job. I like this one. It's still a little bit too dark, but I like the crop and the processing overall. Uh, let's see. Oh, this works. I think this is Dawood. We had the crop before with the street. I didn't think worked, but somehow this one works. This looks like an old photo now, right? So this is a good cut out of that image. And that's one of the reasons I put this one out there is because this image had so many different things in it to take out of it. No one who would have thought Dave Nelson would cut out the light pole and make it a War of the Worlds spaceship over Jupiter. Didn't expect that. And then other people were putting stuff in like a Mustang. But this one, I think this is the idea I was hoping to get from you guys, were ideas like this where you cropped out pieces of the image. So I think this is a good crop, and I like the processing to make it look kind of very, very old. This was what Dawood also, right? Yeah, this is good, Dawood. And this one, yeah, this is a good crop. We've seen this crop before. Sounds like I said we've seen this crop before. I meant to say crop. We've seen this crop before, right? With just the light pointing at the thing, and it's a good sepia processing. And who is this one? Let me guess. Lauren? No. DeMorgan. Okay, DeMorgan. Man, you went crazy on this image. It's like your third or fourth edit here. Oops, and that's the end. So, man, I like this one. Who is this one? This one is really clean. Yeah, DeMorgan, this is really good. I like Dave's. Dave's is crazy. I love the idea. But I think, yeah, God, there's a lot of good processing here, but I think I'm going to go with this one as my favorite from Marcel. Marcel's been kind of knocking it out of the park lately. It's kind of like a line art filter and stuff. That's cool. You call it duotone. Okay, I get it. Yeah, hard to get the halos out. Yeah, I could see that. I'll have to process this image and put mine up somewhere, maybe on Instagram. Oh, Tina, whenever I post my live streams for photo editing, there's links down below that shows you where you can download my file. So, in this live stream, if you look at the show notes below, you'll see a link to this file for the raw file. And it's almost always an Olympus raw image that you can edit with just about anything, Workspace or Lightroom or whatever. So okay, let's call it a night. I got a long day tomorrow and this weekend. It's going to be a long weekend starting tomorrow. But I'm going to do some I'm going to do a lens review. Hopefully I can get that out this weekend. And then all kinds of personal stuff and a job, photo job. So I don't know what I'm getting. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to do a photo editing live stream on Sunday. I might have to do it on Saturday, but I'm not sure I'll have time then either. But I'll make a decision tomorrow and stick to it if I can, or stick to it best I can, I should say, if I'll do it Saturday or Sunday. So as always, thanks for sending your images in and spending your evening with me or morning, whatever time it is. I always appreciate that. Hopefully you've learned something. I know I always do, and I always enjoy editing your photos. So send them in, edit mine, send yours in, whatever. It's just good. I always enjoy it, like I said. So thanks again. We'll see you guys back again Saturday or Sunday.